Well, this is going to be a little bit of a rant, really, because a few things have annoyed me just lately. And yesterday someone stuck this in my hand. What kind of train station do you want? Do you want people to serve you? Or do you want machines? This is a campaign that is being run by a couple of the rail unions because there's a general drive in this country to do away with people and to replace them with unthinking machines. And I read it, and I'll probably tick some boxes, and I'll probably, as it's going to cost me nothing, I will probably post it off, and no doubt these unions will petition the government and say, we've received lots of these things and people don't want machines, people want people. TSSA is the Transport and Salaried Staffs Association. RMT is the Rail Maritime and Transport Union. They're two unions that represent staff, in this instance, that work on the railway. But this morning, being a sort of anti-technologist, I got on a bicycle, inspired no doubt by friends across the pond who seem to be into bicycles now that gasoline is so expensive. And I rode to what people call an ATM, an automatic teller machine, where you can get money out. Now, I've got to be a bit careful showing you this because obviously some of you might try to defraud me, so I'll keep my numbers and my name covered up. A Visa debit card, wonderful thing. You stick it in a hole in the wall, you press buttons, and the machine gives you money. Or not. And this caused me more than a fair amount of anxiety this morning. Feeling all very good because I was riding a bicycle. So I went to another machine and put it in the other machine, and the machine said, no, you've already taken money out today, you can't have any more. I thought, but I didn't. The other machine said, you can't have any. Something wrong with the machine. So I rode my bicycle back home and I rang the number on the back of the card. And I spoke to a machine that said, if you want to save Greece, press 1. If you'd rather move to France, press 2. If you watch YouTube too often, press 3. Eventually it came up with this idea that it was going to ask me my date of birth. Well, it's a long while ago and I can't remember things like that. And then this charming young lady finally answered the phone and spoke to me. Local accent. And she asked me my personal banking number. Well, if I've got one, I don't know it. So she said, well, I can't talk to you. And I said, but this is the number I've been told to ring. Yes, but if you haven't got a number, you can't talk to us. Well, in a quiet and vaguely threatening way, I muttered things, and she did decide that she would put me through to somebody else. And that other person asked me my date of birth and my mother's inside leg and whether my father had a beard, or all the usual sort of security questions that people ask. And finally he said, nothing wrong with your account. Why don't you go and try the machine again? So I did. I rode my bicycle back to the machine, stuffed my card back in the machine, pressed the buttons, and it sort of made some grumbly, geary sort of noises and spat some money at me. Technology. If you don't need it, don't use it. Don't have it unless you need it. What I would like is a smiling face. I don't care whether it's a black face or a white face or a man's face or a woman's face. I just want a smiling face. I want a face that will serve me and will give me what I want. I do not want a machine that you can't hit it, you can't threaten it, you can't sack it. But of course, the profit makers want a machine because it works 24 hours a day without food, without water, without anyone saying, gosh, what a jolly good machine you are. So there we are. My rant over. I'm going to go and do something in the garden, probably kill some slugs or something.